Hello guys and welcome to my new video. So today I decided to cover like a new segment, kind of overlook for what's happening in World of Warcraft 7.35 when Antorus is going to be released and when Argus the Unmaker encounter is actually going to be available, what kind of items is going to be dropped. So Wowhead, which is actually a really good source of latest information, I've released a little guide about what has changed with Argus Pantheon Trinkets. So I made like even a couple of videos actually about this, just because it's such a big deal. Because the first time ever we're actually getting, in this expansion at least, in Legion, first time we're getting these trinkets that are actually going to be really good. Trinkets overall have been pretty underwhelming. There are a couple of trinkets that are pretty exciting for a lot of classes, but right now we're getting Pantheon Trinkets, and the Arcano Crystal 2.0, which was Aman'Thul's vision, is now being turned into a legendary 1000 level 1000. So Arcano Crystal item level 1000. Like, I mean, this is probably going to be insane, beyond insanity to multiple classes out there, if not for every class. I know the specific classes where secondary stats are very even between each other. This is going to be insane, aka Resto Druids, where every stat is very close to each other. Plus, Resto Druids have Aman'Thul's wisdom, and Aman'Thul's vision could be very good. I don't know, Resto Druid number. Either way, this seems to be really strong right now. Beyond the awesome additional stats that you get, you also have your spells and abilities have a chance to grant you 2000 speed, avoidance, it doesn't matter. Leech, super OP for healers at least, and also the empowered. So for the people who watch my previous videos, they're probably aware of the fact that there are multiple role specific trinkets are being released. You can see them actually here. They have one for tank, healer, agility DPS, strength DPS, caster DPS, and a wildcard, which is the Aman'Thul's vision right now. So the way it worked, or at least it used to work before, you used to have to get like these secondary procs when empowered by a Pantheon on like 6 trinkets at the same time, but those 6 trinkets have to be all unique. So if your raid is small, doesn't have enough class specific trinkets, you kind of like, I'm never gonna proc this at the same, it has to be overlap at the same time. But right now it's been updated that actually it appears that any combination of the 4 overlapping trinkets proc will trigger empowerment. So what that means basically, if you have 4 Aman'Thul's visions proc, like you say here, you see Aman'Thul vision proc here, then a second person got Aman'Thul's vision proc, then a third person got Aman'Thul's visions, and a fourth person got it here. And you can see there's an overlap. And those people who actually procced it, and by proc it I mean they got equip effect off. Your spells and abilities have a chance to grant you 2000 speed, avoidance, and leech. If this thing procs for 4 people in relatively the same time frame, overlap, those 4 people who procced this, and this goes for every trinket out there. Let's say, for example, you have your healing trinket. If you get the equip proc, if that procs for 4 people at around the same time, those 4 people will get the, when empowered by the Pantheon, your next 4 direct healing spells grants a target a shield. Quick tip, for Resto Druids, your direct heals, rejuvenation counts there. So, it's not shit. It's not terrible for Resto Druids. So the whole thing it's been made a lot simpler now to actually proc it. It's going to really let smaller groups to actually get a better advantage of this. But the interesting fact about this also, they're bringing back the Archimonde mechanic of upgrading your legendary rings, aka trinkets. So there is Pantheon's Blessing, which drops from Argus the Unmaker, which upgrades the Pantheon Trinket 5 item levels. You gotta keep in mind the Aman'Thul's vision, the Lego trinket. You can only have one Pantheon Trinket equipped at a time. So you can't go with Aman'Thul's vision and then get the healing trinket on top of it. You can't do that. You can only have one of these. So you can only have one OP trinket at a time. But the thing is, Pantheon's Blessing, which drops from Argus the Unmaker, upgrades a Pantheon Trinket 5 item levels. So from 940 to 1000, so 60 item levels. We're presuming that this Pantheon's Blessing which is very similar to what Crystallized Fel was for Archimonde, these rings, is going to drop once per week. Or once per boss. Once per week, it doesn't matter which difficulty you're gonna do. That's what it used to be before. So you get it once per week, you upgrade it by 5 item levels. It's gonna take you 12 weeks to get your 940 trinket up to 1000. That's not including Aman'Thul's Vision, because that's already 1000. But the thing is, which I don't really fully understand, is that the trinkets, the Pantheon Trinkets, not Aman'Thul's Vision, these Pantheon Trinkets, the Tank Trinket, the Healing Trinket, the Agility DPS Trinket, the Strength DPS Trinket, they drop at base level 940. It seems to be base level 940 on normal, heroic, and mythic. And even mythic. Like, I mean, this probably will change. I mean, at the moment, it seems that you, as a raider, you will have to go and... It doesn't drop from LF4, thank God. Because as a raider, you don't... Like, you'll be forced to kind of do... Which is not a big problem. Forced to do straight away normal, heroic, and mythic. Of course, no one's going to be doing... Or not a lot of people are going to be doing mythic Argus the Unmaker in the first couple of months or whatever, or weeks. But the thing is that... you're going to be farming these trinkets, and these trinkets seem to drop at the same item level no matter what content you do, which is... Some people put it as a concern, which is going to burn you out doing this content over and over again. It's not really. It's new content. You're going to be wanting to do this new bosses. You're gonna want to do normal. You're going to want to do heroic, because purely for the fact you want to learn the boss fights. You want to learn the maybe tips or tricks for healing, for DPS, for tanking, and things like that. So it's not really a burnout mechanic. I'm actually looking forward to actually doing it, but I don't feel that a normal dropping 940 and then a mythic dropping 940. I don't know. I think if it drops on a mythic, like for a raid that does Argus the Unmaker on mythic, like really hardcore, really a lot of effort put in, they should get something like 970 maybe, 980, like, I mean, just start off with a higher base, just to encourage people to try and go for the challenge. But right now it seems to be just like item level 940, which is, to be honest, it's not the worst thing that could happen. The biggest issue with these trinkets at the start was that when people were saying you needed 6 trinkets to proc, 6 unique trinkets to proc, that you're going to bring, that you're going to force people into getting these trinkets. Maybe for some, maybe let's say for agility DPS, this trinket, Golganneth's vitality is not that great. And like your Feral Druid, it drops, it says, yo, Mr. Feral Druid, we have 4 trinkets and we want to get a higher chance to proc the secondary abilities, so you gotta wear this. This is not going to really happen anymore. Like, I mean, it seems that having 4 Aman'Thul's Visions will proc the secondary effect empowered by Pantheon. So basically, you just want to try and get these Aman'Thul's Visions. What's interesting about Aman'Thul's Visions is that it's the only legendary that seems to drop from Argus. It's from here, actually, it's listed on Argus loot table. It doesn't really... I'm not sure how it's actually going to drop. Like, I mean, is it going to be... It's going to be very interesting, the drop rates. Like, I mean, a legendary is going to have a random drop. Like, is it going to be for person specific, or is it going to actually drop as a master looter kind of thing, where raid decides who gets Aman'Thul's Vision? Or is it going to be like the current legendaries that drop, which is basically you do a boss and a big thing pops up saying you got a legendary, and you scream and shout, and then you realize it's a crap legendary. I don't know which one is going to be at the moment. I actually haven't seen enough information about this. I mean, I don't know which one I would prefer, actually. If this drops and it's like a master loot, most likely it's probably going to be like a raid decides which player gets this. What I really want to know, actually, because I've covered a lot of the healing classes, and I kind of do know for who Arcano Crystal is really strong. And I kind of want to find out, and you can help me find out about this, what class would benefit the most out of Aman'Thul's Vision? What class benefits the most out of Arcano Crystal? I know that a lot of people will say that DPS should get it straight away because DPS is more important than healing, blah 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 blah. But I just want to know, like, out of stats. I know for Resto Druids right away, this is going to be one of the best trinkets in the game, purely for the fact that Crit, Haste, Mastery, Verse are actually very close to each other, so Resto Druids don't have a biz stat. Arcano Crystal actually seems very well for balanced druids as well. I know that for Resto Shamans, Arcano Crystal is not crazy OP and things like that. But let me know if you play a class. Let me know how good Arcano Crystal 2.0 would be for you, and let's find out for who this new legendary is going to be best for. Let's find out the class that's going to benefit the most. I don't care if it's tank, healer, DPS. I just want to find out the biggest increase in healing, tanking, or DPS that a player would get by gaining this awesome new trinket. And let me know how you let me know whether you're excited about these new changes with Pantheon Trinkets. I'm actually super excited about how easier they made the procs to happen. The only problem with these, I feel that if the 4 people get the random procs and you're one of the 4 people, you get the secondary effect. When empowered by Pantheon, you intellect increase by 6,700. Awesome. But if you proc it and there's not enough people, let's say you get 1 proc off the trinket and no other people get the proc. I mean, you're kind of screwed because only the people that actually get the equip effect to proc, and 4 of them get to do it at the same time. They're the only people that seem to benefit from the empowered by Pantheon. Which kind of means that, again, it's gonna be RNG based. When you proc a trinket, you're gonna be praying that someone else is gonna do it. You're gonna proc a trinket and you're gonna be like, come on guys, proc the mother trinkets, let's do it so I can get my 7,000 intellect. It's gonna be this kind of thing going on. Which again, is not optimal, but I guess in some way it's fun. So let me know how you feel about all of this. Let me know how you feel about the new legendary. Let me know how you feel about the Argus the Unmaker encounter, because I'll be showing, there's like a little video showing above. Just showing the encounter, the preview of it. Thank you for watching this guide, and I'll see you next time.